Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and it's been a while. Sorry for that, but thank you for coming back, or thank you for watching if it's your first time here. I figured since it's been quite a few months since I've posted anything, I would just do a quick little update video just to get myself back into the swing of things, because I do have more videos planned. I haven't known how to jump back into it, so I figured an update video is a good place to start. Don't mind me if I look down a bunch. I wrote down everything I wanted to kind of cover, or most things I wanted to cover, because my brain fog has been very, very bad lately. I guess we'll start off with the obvious. We're in a new space. Um, yeah, in the end of August, me and Jeremy moved into a new house, and it has been awesome. Yeah, I'm very happy. He was able to move his studio into the house, which is awesome, and yeah, it's been really nice. Besides that, for for a little while I was modeling more. I haven't done any shoots since January, the beginning of January, I believe, because of my health. But I was published in Gothesque magazine thanks to my lovely, lovely, lovely friend and amazing photographer, Allie Isabel. She's the best. I will post the link of where you can get it down below if you want to pick that up or just check it out. Yeah, it's still crazy to me that that happened, and I'm very, very, very excited. Um, yeah, my health has been not great. Well, 4 months ago, my gastroparesis started flaring very, very badly. The gastroparesis is the deload or slayed emptying of the stomach. Mine at this point is it's very slow, if not non-existent. I started a new medication for it last month because I'm allergic to the one main medication that they give for gastroparesis, so they had me order a medication from Canada, and that came in a few weeks ago, so I've been on that. I haven't really noticed any differences or any changes yet, but I'm hopeful. My GI is sending me to a motility specialist in the next couple weeks, hopefully, because she's to the point where she doesn't really know what to do, which I can understand. I've been losing a lot of weight. I've not really able to eat. It's been 4 months of like very small meals and almost 2 months now of a completely liquid diet with trying some soft solids like mashed potatoes or like super mushy gluten-free pasta, because I do have celiac, so everything has to be gluten-free. um, and some like super soupy oatmeal, which is not my favorite thing in the world, but I've been trying. That's been really hard, and kind of taken over a lot of my life lately. You don't really realize just how much food and eating and stuff like that is a part of our culture, and just how much like hanging out with friends revolves around like going out to eat, or like going out, and like it's just stuff like you don't notice it until you can't do it. um but yeah, I got in with a autonomic neurologist in September, December, something like that. And I got more testing done. I had a couple skin biopsies done. I had more just autonomic testing done, and they found some more things. I'm gonna do a full video next month about dysautonomia and what they found, so look out for that. One thing that Another reason that I wasn't modeling in term was because I started doing prolotherapy on my left shoulder. Prolotherapy is it's a series of injections. It's 5 weeks of injections. For me, it was 2 injections a week because how unstable my shoulder is. um, yeah, it's supposed to help with the dislocations and pain. It's 5 weeks of the injections and then 8 weeks of rest. For me, he said it'll most likely be 12 weeks before I see if I'm going to see any results because I'm the worst case that he's ever seen. He's the prolotherapist that I went to has dealt with EDS patients before. He says he probably sees about 4 to 5 patients a year with it, and he's been doing this for over 20 years. And he said by far my shoulder is the least stable joint that he's seen. So he's not sure if one round's going to work, if I'm gonna have to do more, or really what's gonna go on. So I'm gonna again do a full video on prolotherapy, what the process was, what exactly it is, how I felt, because I was documenting the entire process. And yeah, it was really hard. I'm supposed to be in an immobilizer. He thinks that is the best way for me to heal, and I was in it for a really long time. But because of the gastroparesis flare, I've been TMI. I've been very nauseous and throwing up a lot. So any extra pressure on my stomach has been hell. So having the immobilizer on, not good. So I've just been not really using my left arm, which kind of sucks because my left side is my dominant side, but I'm hopeful. Definitely more hopeful than I was at the beginning of it. It's not so far. It's not perfect. I'm still obviously dislocating. I'm still obviously in a shit ton of pain, but I have noticed some differences. But again, I will talk about that in another video. Yeah, last month I was actually admitted to the hospital because of the gastroparesis flare. I was in for about a week. They sent me home basically, they didn't really want to, but basically with the thought of there's nothing else we can do for you right now. The only thing that they could do for me was fluids, and even then I was still severely dehydrated and still am severely dehydrated. So they've just been having me under close watch of my GI, which my GI now is sending me to the motility specialist, as I said before, because she's reached a point where she doesn't know what to do, which is, it's hard. Most of my doctors get to that point very quickly. So I'm very used to being sent from doctor to doctor to doctor to doctor to doctor and starting over, but at the same time it doesn't make it any easier. It doesn't make it suck any less. It doesn't make it more comfortable. Like it's frustrating. It's hard to know that you're such a complex case that most doctors don't want to and aren't willing to keep trying and searching for things that might give you even a little bit of relief. So yeah, and I found out yesterday when I had an upper endoscopy done last month to rule out stomach ulcers because the year before last I had when my gastroparesis was flaring up again really bad, I had 2 stomach ulcers, I believe. So, and while I was in the hospital, I started coughing up blood, so they just wanted to make sure that those weren't back. Luckily, they're not, so good things. But I got a blood clot from the IV. Yeah, you won't be able, it's too dark in here, but like you can see, I don't know if you'll be able to tell, like that bruise right there is a blood clot. it's super weird to be able to like see it and feel it, and yeah. So they started me on medication for that, and I have to do heat compresses and stuff. Yeah. In terms of that, all I can say is listen to your intuition. I had a feeling that the place that they sent me for the endoscopy wasn't where I should be. They sent me to a clinic and not a hospital nor for normal people, for not disabled, not chronically ill, people without EDS. Going to a clinic for an upper endoscopy is totally fine. Like that's it's a normal thing. It's a fairly normal thing. But for me, it's I felt like they weren't equipped enough to handle me, and it took 7 sticks and 4 different doctors and nurses to get the IV started in me, and I had a feeling something bad was gonna happen. I didn't know what. I had a feeling, and everything in my being was telling me to reschedule that appointment, and I didn't. I didn't. I went through with it, and I regret it. But what can you do? I think that's really it in terms of updates. I've just been really just focusing on my physical health and finally my mental health because that was starting to decline very, very quickly because I was only paying attention to my physical health for a really long time because that's what was starting to become more pressing, but it's all connected, and yeah, it's all connected, and I definitely have noticed it's easier on me mentally. It still sucks, it's still really hard, but I'm able to handle it a little bit better than I would have if all of this was happening a couple years ago, and I'm very proud of myself. Um, but yeah, what to expect from this channel. I really want to continue and try to do more. I don't know how frequent the videos are going to be because my energy levels have been not great, and I just I want to do it, but I need to focus on my health. So I want I'm going to be continuing to post kind of sporadically, and I'm gonna make it a place to share awareness. I want to talk about mental health stuff. I want to talk about physical health stuff. I want to talk about my story. I want to I just want to make this a place for me to share whatever I want and to express myself and to hopefully connect with some people. Yeah. So I guess I guess I'm just gonna end it here because I don't know what to say. Things have been really, really hard, but also really, really good, and life has definitely been showing me it's very balanced. It is as much shit as there's going on, there's amazing things, and I can tell that there's going to be some amazing things coming up. So thank you so much for watching. Thank you for coming back. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being you. I hope you have a magical day, and